You have destroyed the untrue lover's ghost and avenged the Rusalka's memory. Nice work if you can get it. You The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth. The barrow contains treasure that the wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a jewel-studded tiara, 6 gold crowns, 40 kopecks, and a few old bones. You're all a ship.
There is what you love. Speak with free.
You hear?
So Dmitri says the gypsy didn't really kill Igor after all. Then there's that one about the Easter Bunny.
Wait, you didn't hear? Oh, that foolish gravedigger fell into a grave, and he was trapped by his own gravestone. He's dumber than a styrofoam cup.
Right. It's just lucky for Igor the stranger happened to wander by before he starved to death.
You are all fortunate that the stranger rescued Igor. You would have burned an innocent man. Well, I still think the gypsy's a werewolf.
Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Thank you for your payment.
You get a fine meal.
It was very kind of you to aid Igor. It has been a long time since we have had someone as heroic as you in Mordavia, yeah? Forgive us if we have seemed so unkind to you. It is just that we have lived so long in fear.
Say, did you hear that the gravedigger returned to town unharmed?
Did you know that the gypsy has been released?
Were you aware of the fact that rumor has it that you saved both Igor and the gypsy?
So you found Igor in the grave? Whew! Lucky for old Ig you came along.
Otherwise, poor little Iggy would be dead.
Well, at least he had a decent burial.
I was very worried about the gypsy. It was just like those 3 old yentas to accuse the wrong man. Oy, I'm so glad the gypsy is free. I don't know if gypsies are werewolves, and I don't really care. As long as they don't harm anyone, they have as much right to live in Mordavia as we do.
Bella!
Don't you believe that, Yuri?
Maybe.
Well, when you see your gypsy friends again, you may tell him that Yuri and Bella will welcome him in town.
Now, I never said that.
Oh, but you meant it, didn't you? You are a man of your word, after all. Oh, that is right. We hadn't been properly introduced. Yuri, will you introduce us?
This is silly. You've met before.
Still, it would be nice to be properly introduced. Please, Yuri?
This is Bella Markarov, my wife and keeper of the kitchen.
You introduce yourself in return.
I am very honored to meet you. I'll always leave a supper out for him behind the inn. He looks strange and a little frightening, but I think he is really a good person. He's always so polite to me. I'm not sure what he means by graveyard humor, though. At least he seems to enjoy himself. My husband Yuri doesn't like for me to talk to strangers. He thinks they may be dangerous. But clearly, you are not dangerous. You are a hero. We need a hero here.
Bella?
Oh, Yuri, I'm just saying how welcome he is in Mordavia.
Now that Igor is back here with us, perhaps someday I will welcome him into the inn. He was always so strange, and no one had anything to do with him. I never imagined I would miss him before. The gypsy has returned to his people, I guess. It is a good thing for him that you were in town. It is a great relief to me that the gypsy has been released. I had not been looking forward to watching him burn at the stake. No man should die so hard.
Everyone's too... You want... You awaken as the sun begins to rise. Someone has left a note for you. The note reads, "Please meet me tonight outside the town gates. I will be waiting." It's signed, Your Friend Katrina. Nothing.
It has been my custom to sometimes go over to the center of the town and sit by the staff, I fell asleep there the other afternoon, and I had the most wonderful dream. I dreamed my daughter was playing in the flowers, the daffodils, actually. I held her in my arms, and she said that you brought her there. She said you should visit the staff when night falls. And then the dream faded, and I awoke. Oh, it was so good to hold my child again, even if it was only in a dream. Still, you could try to visit the staff some night. The dream could have been important. My grandmother told me about the paladin once. The paladin Pyotr came here with Irana. In fact, Pyotr is supposed to be Dmitri, the Burgomeister's grandfather. Although my grandmother was not very clear about that matter.
You tell Bella about some of your adventures in Shapir and Tana.
Mordavia certainly needs all the heroes it can get. And it does seem to me like you are the very, very best. I'm fine, thank you very much. I just wanted to tell you about my dream because I was certain you would know of such things. You know, dreams have important meanings, right?
Bella, he does not need to listen to such nonsense.
It is for him to decide if it is nonsense or not, Yuri. My mother used to go to the garden or the staff whenever she was unhappy. She said that the staff always made her feel safe and warm. I have always felt such feelings there as well, I might add. My grandmother used to say that the staff was from the mage Irana, that it was Irana's final gift to Mordavia when she died. I only know that you should visit there at night sometime. Perhaps you will have a pleasant dream there. My grandmother used to tell stories about Irana, how she was part fairy folk and unearthly beautiful, and she brought kindness and magic wherever she went.
Wives' tales.
They were true. Somewhere in the forest lies Irana's garden. My grandmother used to visit there sometimes before the woods got too dangerous to travel in. My grandmother told me how very beautiful the garden was and how it filled her with happiness. Oy, how I wish I could visit there sometime.
No, Bella. It is too dangerous outside the town walls.
I know, Yuri. Still, someday I will go there. You'll see.
Good day again.
You have a strange, disquieting feeling along with a sense of sorrow, longing, and unfulfilled desires as you near the lake. The briny lake seems to draw you towards it.
You did it, didn't you? I felt you getting rid of my ex-fiancé. Now I feel so strange. What's happening to me? What's going to happen next?
You have just gained the Paladin's honor shield through your actions. You reach out to take the once lovely Rusalka in your arms and kiss her goodbye.
You're sweet. You know that? Not many guys would do this for me. It's funny, isn't it? I always wanted to be kissed by a guy like you. Well, if I gotta go, at least I get my wish. Thanks. Let's go, lover boy.
Your danger sense tingles. The small key from the crest opens a lock in the relief. You open the coffin lid to reveal a dark passageway leading deep into the mountainside. After following the dark passage for several minutes, you come out into a castle chamber. The bookcase closes behind you, and there is no obvious way to open it again. Door hinges squeak in protest as you open the door. The door hinges squeak in protest as you open the door. You sense This probably is the door. The cabinet is empty, save for a thick coating of dust. The cabinet Through the keyhole, you can see what appears to be a child's bedroom. A large and dangerous-looking, ape-like creature sits near the door. You sense that something is very wrong here, but not immediately dangerous. The creature does not seem to be openly hostile, just very protective of the child. There is a feeling of coldness about the child that fills you with sorrow and a touch of fear.
Who is it, Toby? It's not polite to slam the door in strangers' faces, is it, Toby? Then ask the stranger what he wants. What is that? Toby, let him in. Toby, he has our dolly. Vanna, I thought I lost you. Look, Toby, it's Vanna. Thank you for bringing her to me. I thought she was lost. Where did you find her?
You tell her about the inn and how sad it is without her.
If I went back to the inn, I'd never be afraid of the dark again. Toby says that everyone would be afraid of me now. I don't want them to be afraid of me.
You tell Tanya how her mummy misses her.
I miss my mommy, too. Sometimes I want to cry, but I can't anymore. I just feel sad.
You tell about Irana's staff and how it can make Tanya back into a real little girl again.
I like the staff. It always made such pretty flowers in town. You say it will make me all better and I won't be a bad thing anymore?
You nod your head.
Oh, Toby, I can see my mommy and Daddy again. Toby asks, what else will the staff do?
You try to explain about sacrifice.
Toby says he understands. He says you should take us to the staff now, so I can be with my mommy and Daddy again. Oh, it feels weird here. Kinda happy. Icky. I'm scared. I know you'll protect me, Toby, but who will protect you? Okay, Toby. I'll protect you.
You cast the ritual of release.
The sacrifice of life for love. Your love for the child is great.
You see Toby silently nod his head.
Will you trade your life to give life to the child? Will you die willingly for the one you love?
No, Toby, no!
So shall the sacrifice be done. So is the sacrifice complete. I am again the staff of Irana.
I Toby. I didn't protect you too good, did I? I love you too, Toby.
You take the sobbing child in your arms and carry her to the inn. You awaken her parents and are overwhelmed by their gratitude and joy. It is long before you manage to escape to the peace of your own room for what is left of the night. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
I must thank you for saving our Tanya. You have brought joy again into our lives. We are in your debt.
You eat your plain but nourishing breakfast. It has more than a bit of garlic added for spice.
I don't know how we can ever thank you enough. It's such a joy to have my little Tanya home again.
You tell again how Toby sacrificed himself for Tanya.
He may have looked like a monster, but he obviously had a heart and mind of great kindness.
You remind the innkeeper that the vampires are still in the castle, and there may be other attempts at getting Tanya.
We understand, and we will make certain no vampire can come near her again.
You have brought real joy to Mordavia by bringing Tanya back. When she was stolen, it was as if all the laughter here had been taken as well. You gave us back our happiness. You do not need to go looking for trouble. It will always find you. Please take care.
With Irana's staff gone, the boulder is now just another large rock formation, although flowers still grow on it. For now.
In my dreams last night, I heard the Irana staff speak. It said the sacrifice had been made, the dead had risen, and the living had died. When I awoke, I feared it was you who made the sacrifice. I sent Davy to discover the truth. He climbed over the wall and started sniffing around where the staff had been. He became scared when he caught your scent there, but then he scented you going with the child to the inn. It is not our way to be concerned about outsiders. You have certainly become more than an outsider to us.
You tell about Tanya, Toby, and the staff.
So the child has been restored to life through the sacrifice of Toby, and the staff of Irana is in your possession. Oh,
With this, you have undoubtedly angered someone very powerful. I would be very careful traveling at night if I were you.
You say goodbye.
May your luck hold true. Be wary, for your enemies may soon act against you.
After there's some. You cast the aura spell. A gentle glow suffuses your body. Wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth. The barrow contains treasure that the Wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a well-crafted sword and 150 gold crowns. As you pick up the sword, you feel a sensation of strength and power. It's magical. You also find a scroll with mysterious letters that seem to writhe and shift under your gaze. At the top is a stylized heart symbol. A few drops of ink under it remind you of dried blood. There's some... A shiver of cold comes over you. You sense no danger, but even so, you find yourself afraid.
You serve two dark masters. Their goal is greater darkness. Yet by walking this dark path, you may bring light. The spirit of Irana is trapped within the darkness. Unleash the darkness, that Irana's spirit might be free. Release the darkness, that it might be banished forever. But beware your own dark masters, for they will bring you sorrow.
You hear movement. After a few... Tonight, for your dining pleasure, it is the traditional Moldavian chicken paprikash, delicately seasoned with locally grown paprika and garlic.
Well,
Yeah, you're okay.
I hope I'm not out of line here, but can I have your autograph?
You find yourself signing your autograph for everyone here and getting a bad case of writer's cramp. Such is the price of glory. You are overwhelmed. You unlock. You awake. The note says, "Meet me at the castle gates tonight. We have much to talk about. Katrina." Now it's a...
You do not need to go.
I suppose you heard that the gypsy didn't kill Igor after all. Dmitri has set the gypsy free. No good will come of it. You mark my words. The man was clearly a werewolf. Yeah, good night, and don't let the bedbugs bite, as my husband used to say.
Good to see you. I am well, and I hope that you are also. Thank you for returning my great-grandfather's sword. My family honor has at last been restored. What are you looking for this time? That is the sword of my grandfather Pyotr. I do not know how I can tell, but somehow I am sure of it. He was supposed to have deserted my grandmother. This means Pyotr did not run off. He was killed instead. You keep it. You certainly have earned it. I was so ashamed of my grandfather. Everyone in town called him coward, yet he really was a hero after all. That shield on the wall over there was Pyotr's also. Take it. There's no sense in leaving it hanging on the wall if you can use it. So the ghost of my grandfather has been near me all my life. It seems so strange to think of it. You fought a difficult and bitter battle to help someone who was already dead. Who else would do such a thing? I did not believe you before when you said you were a hero, because I didn't believe heroes existed. Never was I happier to be wrong. I am very proud to meet you, Paladin. No, it is I who thanks you. You proved my grandfather was not a coward, and that heroes really do exist. I can never repay you enough. Farewell. Thank you again. Thanks for returning Pyotr's sword. My family's honor shall at last be cleansed.
It is not often that one of your talent and potential comes into Mordavia. Unfortunately, I have already awarded the laboratory assistant position to Frankie.
Say hello to the scientist.
Welcome back, my young friend.
You tell Dr. Cranium that you would like to visit Silmaria someday, but fear you are trapped forever in Mordavia.
Ha ha ha! Silmaria, a lovely place by the sea. You must be sure to visit the Academy of Science there when you visit. I am sure you will have the opportunity someday. You really should take the time to learn some of the basic principles of science. Learning the nature of the scientific elements and the patterns of the stars will improve your life. Here you are, one freshly brewed healing drink. Sip it if you get hurt, and its beneficial vitamins and other ingredients will help your body to recover quickly. Here you are, one... Oh, being a world-famous scientist is a very fulfilling life. You live off the research grants, call everything you do an experiment, and bring bodacious babes back from the grave. Nice work if you can get it, huh? Frankie has been a great help in my experiments. Her assistance has been quite stimulating.
You say...
Be careful. Of course, the real process of science is exciting only to those initiated into its greater mysteries. You should seek out knowledge wherever you can find it.
You think you've done about as much... Suddenly you have a terrible feeling of peril. You recognize Ad Avis, the evil wizard whom you thought you had killed in Rasair. Somehow, he has returned to life. Thinking back, you recall how Ad Avis once brought you under his control. You realize that you must avoid looking into his eyes at all costs.
How nice of you to come. I'm afraid I accidentally signed the wrong name to your note. It's been ages since we last met. Come here and let me look at you. You fool! Did you really believe you could get away from me? I have you now, and you will pay for my death. It is you that caused me to become a vampire. If you had not killed me, I would never be forced to serve the Dark Master again. You probably blame me for all the problems around here, don't you? You understand nothing. The Dark Master is the cause of all the woe that is here. The Dark Master brought you here against my better judgment. The Dark Master made me what I am now, a Nosferatu, and seeks to do the same to you. But I shall spare you that fate. I will mercifully end your miserable existence. Then the Dark Master and I will call forth eternal darkness, and we will no longer be limited to travel at night. Together, my master and I will create an army of undead, and we will conquer the world. Pity you won't be there to witness this. You cannot stop us now. You will never find your way out of this dungeon, and only a stake through the heart or more magic than you will ever have can stop us. You will die, knowing that you were destroyed by the Dark Master. The sun now rises, and I must go to my rest. You too shall rest. I will not allow you the chance to escape your fate, or to use that stake and hammer I torment you with here. Weapons of my destruction so close at hand, and yet so far. Sleep now, great hero. Tomorrow, you die.
You find yourself falling asleep.
You wake up from what you thought was a nightmare, only to discover that it's only too real. You sense the vague impressions of ancient pain and horror in this place. There's also the sense of something dark and very much alive near you, hungering for you. You find yourself chained to the platform. You find with some effort, you break the rusty chains. You take the wooden stake and stake its claim in your pack. You pick that did. You hear the sound of... It's barred on the other side, but you can see and hear the two guards.
What's going on in there? The master didn't say nothing about guarding no prisoner.
It's the Ataby guy's orders. So what? He gives us something to do.
I don't likes it. I think Ataby's guy's trying to pull a fast one on the master. She's not gonna like this.
You wants to go down there and tell her?
No way.
Then shut up!
Now that you look closely, there does seem to be something a bit odd about the design of the Iron Maiden. You take a deep breath and step inside. You're in a lady's richly decorated bedroom. The coffin, where there should be a bed, seems a bit out of place, but there's no accounting for tastes. You sense deadly danger here, to your body and your soul. Taking a deep breath, you place the stake over the vampire's black heart and pound it in with 3 mighty blows of the hammer. You stared at the lifeless corpse in the coffin. You never thought that killing a vampire would be anywhere near this easy.
At last, I am free of her dominion over me. You did precisely what I wanted you to do. Destroyed Katrina. So nice of you to cooperate with me.
You're in a lady's richly decorated bed. You sense death.